Credit stuff can feel overwhelming really fast, and it's not always clear what you're even supposed to fix first sometimes. So, I want to talk to you about a company that could help you with credit repair. I'm Shantae with badcredit.org, and in this video, I'm going to break down Sky Blue Credit Repair, and I'm going to discuss how it works, what it costs, and whether it's actually worth it if you're trying to clean up your credit versus taking a DIY approach and trying to do it on your own. In this video, I'm also going to walk you through how the service works and who it's really best for, because I don't feel like credit repair is best for everyone, especially depending on the different companies out there, but we're going to get into more in this review video. And if you want to know even more, you can read the full review that includes an in-depth look at the sign-up process with Sky Blue Credit Repair on badcredit.org. So I'll include a link to that in the description. So let's jump right in. Sky Blue Credit Repair has actually been around for quite a while. They've been around since 1989, which is a big deal in an industry where companies come and go all the time. One important thing to know is that this is a service provider and it's not actually a law firm. So they're focused on disputing errors and helping you improve your credit, but they're not able to take legal action on your behalf or help with any legal issues. So this service is actually really best for people with subprime credit, usually those who have a credit score ranging from 500 to 650. And also it could be especially helpful for you if you have errors on your credit report, or if you're just confused about certain things that are showing up on your credit report. Maybe if you're just looking for an extra third party to help locate old or duplicate accounts that could be on your credit report, or if there's any questionable negative items. But if your negative items are accurate and recent, then working with a credit repair company like this one isn't going to magically remove them for you. So just keep that in mind. Now let's talk a little bit about how the dispute process works. What I liked about Sky Blue is that they don't just dispute everything and hope that something sticks, hope that something works. They actually do something called a pro analysis. This is their main service, and they review your credit report and decide what to challenge and how to go about it. So there's a lot more strategy to it. They also dispute across all three credit bureaus at the same time, which can really help speed things up and also reduce inconsistencies. And also, instead of just using generic templates with these dispute letters, they actually focus on custom dispute letters that are tailored to your situation. And they even create the follow-up dispute letters and send those out as well. So it's a very thorough service. Getting into the costs, because I know most people really want to know, like, what does a service like this cost? What could they be expected to pay? So Sky Blue Credit Repair works on a monthly membership model, and it starts at $79 a month for the basic service, $99 a month for the full service, and $119 per month for the premium service. And there's also rates for each of those services for couples as well, if you have a partner and you want to do this together. But realistically, you're probably going to need a few months to work with this company. This is not a one and done situation. It is a process that does take a little time. But the good news about these memberships is that you can cancel or you can pause at any time. I think you can even change your payment due date if you need to. So it makes it less risky to try. And it's really up to you how long you want to use the service. You're not locked into any contracts or anything. All right, let's talk about a couple of pros and cons. Some of the benefits I saw is that I really like how they handle disputes for you. I like the custom strategy instead of just templates for everyone. It seems like they're really taking the time to get to know your unique situation and help you. There's also no long-term contracts, and that's really helpful if you do feel overwhelmed with what's on your credit report, or you have some debt or some accounts that could be disputed. Some of the cons are that the monthly costs can add up. It does, cost something to use this, and especially if you're going to be using it for a couple of months. Also, like I mentioned earlier, there is no legal support. Another thing is that they can't remove negative items that are validated and that are current, that are actually things that you owe. They only can help you get rid of errors or things that might have been missed. And then also, results can vary depending on your situation. So they have pretty good reviews, I would say, but again, it just depends on your situation and how things go. But overall, I I do think that Sky Blue is a solid middle ground option for someone looking for credit repair services and they don't need the legal side of it. I think it's best if you want a hands off approach and you have multiple items to work through on your credit report because you can get the most value out of what you're paying for the service. But if you only have one or two simple issues on your credit that you can see that you might just want to try to dispute those on your own, or if you need legal help, then you may want to look somewhere else to another type of option. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to whether you want to do it on your own with credit repair or if you would like to outsource it to a third party company and just kind of be hands off and not worry about it so much yourself. But if you've tried doing it on your own and it does feel overwhelming or you're afraid that you missed something, Guide Blue Credit Repair could really be a helpful option. So I hope you enjoyed this review and learned something valuable. Again, if you want to learn more about Sky Blue Credit Repair, please check out my full review on bedcredit.org.